Shalom, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakaryam, Shah Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Now I'm gonna leave the link to this video inside of the description box. You know, Yahweh Ratazah. This is from Indisputable. As you can see, black girl yells at NYPD after mother is wrongfully accused of shoplifting. I don't want to show the little girl because if you see the way the mother's dressed, you already know how the little girl, this is her arm here, you know, because I don't want any violations, you know, but the little girl is scantily dressed like she's a night walker, just like the mother here. And the mother looks terrible, terrible. Eve is, look at this rent, like Isaiah 3. Man, this is embarrassing, man. Our captivity in this place you call America has been terrible, terrible. And it's even worse for our woman, man. Now, I don't know if this woman did it or not. You can see her belongings on the floor, but the reaction of this daughter, this is let you know we definitely at the time when the Lord is allowing the spirits of these kids to mature quickly. You know, this is abnormal behavior when you watch this video, the way this child was speaking to these police officers, you know, as if she was basically her mother's lawyer, but it was in rage. You know, whether this mother shoplift or not, you know, there should have been some type of order established between child and adult. And this is what Eve gets. This is how she's raising her children. You know, this is how she's walking planet Earth, like this, to where she get accused for something that maybe she did, maybe she didn't do. You know, but this channel here is based on exposing racism. So they don't care if you did it or not. They just want to, you know, they set up to bring the confusion between the two races, white and black. You know, control opposition. That's how I look at this channel here. So you can go over here and check this out. But Eve, man, from the top to the bottom, they got to go. This mentality got to go. You know, let's get this here. This is Ezekiel 9:4. Now you're going to understand why the Lord's going to put 2/3 of our people to sleep. And then he's going to wake them back up in the kingdom. You know, he's going to wake them back up in the kingdom. And they're going to be in order when they wake back up. This is Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which is the people, and set a mark. Now this mark, now this is the spirit that we going over this, because this is not the same mark that you read about in Revelations 13 and 16. It's not the same as the mark of the beast. When you go into this word here, the mark, right? And the Lord said to them, Mr. City, and set a mark, which is the wa, the tha, and that's a wa, the wa, right? Which is a sign of exemption from judgment. So when you go into the Hebrew, this is what this mark means. The mark in Revelations 13 and 16, when it says that John saw them getting a mark, when you go into that word in the Greek, it's karax. And when you go into the Hebrew for that word, karax is equivalent to kwai. You understand? You should not print any, you know, make any cuttings into the flesh, which is the same as the karax or the karagma. But this mark here is different. This is a spiritual mark, which is a sign of exemption from judgment. So the Lord told the angels to set a mark, right? Go through the midst of the city, which is the people, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark, an exemption from judgment upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. And that's not the same forehead that Revelations is talking about, because you're going to have a physical device that Elon Musk has something called Neuralink. And when you put Neuralink into the Greek gematria calculator, it comes up to 666. Chi Sty Stigma. Okay? So that's a physical device going into the forehead. This mark upon the forehead is spiritual, because you're not going to physically see the exemption. You're just going to witness the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah with his elect, how they going to be skating through Yahweh Razam, part of that number. We're going to be skating through the danger. You know, dipping and dodging, because the Lord going to have a force field around his men and his women at this time, and their children. You know, you got the whole four elect lady and their children out here. You understand? So they going to get this mark here upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry. So you crying against shit like this, man, that we got to witness from our people, man. You know, it's an embarrassment. Eve is an embarrassment. And the way they raise these little demons is an embarrassment. So we sighing and crying against stuff like this, man. You understand? It says, for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in my hearing, now these to the other people that don't get this mark yet, you're going to take the actual MOTB. You're going to take the actual mark in Revelation 13. It says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, which is the hurt, to take down, to kill, and smite. Let not your eyes spare. You know, the crying you're going to see for the children, for the little ones, for the women, for the elderly. It's going to be a lot of crying real soon. And the Lord told the angel, don't spare. So there's killer angels on the scene right now for stuff like this, man. You know, the Lord is about to eliminate madness, whether you guilty or not. The behavior of your child let us know how you rolling. The Lord about to smite down 2/3 of our people, and it's going to be a lot of women that's going to die just by default. It's just more y'all than men, and y'all are arrogant as hell. You women are arrogant as ever, man. The only way they deal with you is blood. And then you're going to try to cop plea, and the Lord is not going to hear you or the cries of your children. So the Lord said, hey, don't spare. You're hearing all the stories, horrifying stories. It says, and the others, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, those are young virgins, right? Even if you're a young girl with a child, you still considered a virgin. You young. You and your young ones gonna get it. And little children, as you're gonna see, this little demon here going crazy. That you're gonna see here. Just going crazy on the officers. And the mother just allowing it to happen instead of taking control. Jake know how to escalate a situation, man. Then they're going to scream racism at the end. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. Y'all see that? For you women out there, a lot of you women about to get it. The death card is on your head. It's just a matter of time. The Lord ain't going to do you like the judicial system here in America, give you the green light. You get a pass on adultery. You get a pass on false claims of rape. You get a pass on everything. Y'all take the cops as a joke because you're so used to getting a pass. You spoil you. It got you, spoil you. But the Lord got your number. And all them sins has added up on your head. So the Lord is coming for you women, man. So he said, maids and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. These are the brothers and sisters that know what's going on. So a lot of you Israelites out there pretending, being hypocrites, actors, judgment is coming, man. What's that? 1 Peter 4:17? Start at my house. The Lord started at the sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men. These are the men that know what's going on, which were before the house. So, just let you know, you women got a bounty on your head, man. And I'm sure, they're going to probably get a case out of this. Get paid. Some type of racism case going to come out of this. But that's where we at. These are our people, man. And I'm sure Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is sick of looking at this damn black woman, man. Look at this thing, this swamp thing here. It's unbelievable. So like I said, I'm going to, y'all, I'll leave a video in the description box. Check this out. Just monsters, man. Then the scripture tell you in the Ezra, they should bring forth monsters. So I'm going to leave it right there, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom.